Oh yeah, remember, don't look at yourself. Look at the camera.
No, I know that.
Okay.
I was looking at that dot right there.
Oh, no, look at that dot over there.
I was looking at the record dot.
Okay, so obviously we are amateurs at this whole YouTube thing. This is our second video, but we were inspired by a friend that has a YouTube channel, and we're huge on off-grid living and learning to do permaculture and learning to garden and learning how to do solar and all the things you can do off-grid. And so welcome to Off-Grid Adventures. So this is our first video. We thought we did, well, technically second. Thought we'd introduce ourselves.
You can't count the first unless you're gonna use it in some of the edits. I don't know. As our bloopers, that'll be our bloopers part.
Oh yeah, if you really want to see what not to do, go to the first video. So this video we learned to turn our camera this way, not this way. Thanks to Shia LaBeouf. I have to give him a shout out. So we're going to introduce ourselves and our off-grid adventure channel and products and go from there. So.
And yeah, welcome to our property of almost 6 acres. And it's just beautiful out here today. Sun's out and everything's starting to green up. You know, it's an early part of spring, so it'll be a while before the daisies start blooming. But right behind us, that's what that is. We call it the daisy meadow. And it's really, really pretty in the springtime when everything starts blooming.
So I'm Colleen.
And I'm Dwayne.
And so, like Dwayne said, we have almost 6 acres. We're not quite comfortable telling you where we're at yet, as we're new to this. But we thought we'd start off our video telling you what we have planned today. We're going to set up a Wi-Fi booster. We'd like to tell you what we see off-grid as, because watching some other channels, we understand there's a lot of people that have everything from living like a caveman with absolutely nothing, and hunting and getting your own clothes and tanning hides and like hunting for
we're
food,
not even like that, no.
To what we like to call is the glamping off-grid type. So
maybe we'll change our name
to glamping off-grid.
Yeah, Glampers off-grid.
So off-grid to us, this property is remote. There is no utilities anywhere near for miles.
Yeah, it won't be for many, many years.
If ever. So our power comes from a solar system for our RV. We have an RV, therefore we are glamping.
Yeah.
And we use solar panels to charge the batteries of the RV. And then if needed, we have 2 Honda generators, though we will give it a little extra boost if we need to.
The 7-gallon fuel tank.
Yep. So
exterior fuel tank.
We hope to set this up for the winter so we can use it longer. So that's where our power comes from. Our gas is propane, so obviously for the RV. And we plan that once we tear that cabin down that you see back there, which you can see the details of it in the first video, but this cabin's in bad shape. So when that gets torn down, then we'll build a new cabin, and we'll probably bring in a big propane tank, because that's your only option out here.
Yeah.
And wood heat. And then our water, currently we have to haul it. So we bring it up from home. We have a big 55-gallon drum that we use to fill our RV with. And then we bought 2 big 550-gallon cisterns that we will eventually set up to be rainwater catchment. And our goal is to build up to probably 10 to 15,000 gallons of water through rainwater catchment. So we have plenty of water.
But for now, we hand dug a 15-foot well, which we can pump garden water. I tested it last weekend, and I did 25 gallons, and it didn't even come close to running out. So we've got enough watering for plants. And our elderberries, we got 50 sticks in the ground right now, and pretty much all of them are growing. Big branches and sticks, and yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, so that's another one of our goals, is to propagate elderberries, because on this property we found big elderberry plants growing all around the cabin. So we took one of them and took starts early this spring, and they're growing. So you can see those in the first video as well. And then as far as water, like you said, we dug a shallow well, and it's working great. We dug it in the heat of summer and hit running water. We hit a spring, so it's awesome. And then
that was the most exciting thing. Sorry about interrupting, but that was the most exciting thing, putting all that hard labor into twisting your auger bit and then seeing the water down there, and it just makes you feel like true accomplished.
You hit gold!
Off-gridders, we dug our own, you know.
So then cell phone. So our property, as you can see, we have a lot of open area. So we are able to get Wi-Fi in here. It's spotty. We can't upload stuff, but we can download. We can watch YouTube. We can watch, like,
that's how I get my news.
Yep,
YouTube.
we can watch whatever. And so today one of our goals is to set up a Wi-Fi booster and see if we can get better bars, because right now we have 1 bar, and different areas of the property we have 0 bars because it's wooded. So that's our goal for today. And then the other thing for utilities people ask is, what do you do with your waste? So our RV, we do not use the bathroom. We built a composting toilet, outhouse, shower, bathroom, which you can see in the first video. And I should say, go down there. And so today our other goal is we're going to try to move that outhouse from where we originally thought we would build a cabin to over there, which we learned is really the only place that we're allowed to build the cabin, because this area has a lot of wetland. But over at the cabin, it's the permitted area. And so we're going to move the outhouse and put it closer to where our future cabin will be. And also we're getting ready to build a 18 by 40 RV carport, which will go on the side of the cabin. And so the outhouse will be closer to that. So that's what we do for our waste, is composting there. And then for the shower, washing dishes, our gray water, we use a bio-friendly soap. And so the gray water can be used to water the garden, water plants. So it's safe.
And another thing, back on the composting toilet, the way we take care of the compost when you need to dump is we've got a 2-year tumbler, and it's 2 halves. The first year you're tumbling on 1 half, and then the next year you're tumbling on the second half, and the first half is getting ready to be let loose into your garden. It takes a couple years for it to really be broken down enough to use in your garden.
Mm-hmm. So nothing will go to waste.
Right, right.
And so that's our introduction. Please like and subscribe. Please comment. Tell us what you want to see. Tell us what we could do better, because obviously
we're as green as they come.
Yep. So we'll make a lot of mistakes, but we hope that you follow along, and we hope that you find some enjoyment in this. So thank you, and please join us and tell us, what is your off-grid adventure? Thanks. Oh yeah, coming up is a video on the outhouse and the Wi-Fi booster. Yeah, so don't leave. Okay, step 1 of our Wi-Fi booster is obtain a tall enough pole. All right, we're digging the hole for the booster pole.
Our booster pole. And always, when you're digging holes for booster poles, make sure you have a wheelbarrow handy so you're not making a mess with your dirt right there. Especially in gravel, because then you're dirty in your gravel.
Did you get permission to dig this hole?
411, did you call?
No, I did not.
Honey.
Okay, so we went and harvested a log or a tree out of the woods. We have attached the cell phone booster antenna to the very end of it. So you can see that. We followed the instructions.
Dry dirt. You call this a wetland? That's dry dirt.
All right, this is the same method we use to dig our shallow well. I don't know if you guys can see in there.
bring it more over to the shaft. Now you can see in there. Look at it. Dry dirt. I've probably seen that before. Okay, honey.
Okay, swing your end even with the camper. There we go. Oh, you forgot to put the thing to stop it from moving. It's getting harder. Oh. You hold it? Okay, right down. Put down, it's not gonna work. What do you do, Lynch? What I need you to do. That doesn't work.
Okay, so first attempt failed.
What?
We're not even going to show you what the second attempt looked like because it was so bad. So our third attempt is we have just sunk a shorter pole, and then we have a metal pipe thing that we'll use instead. Aluminum.
Aluminum rail.
And then we'll lift it up.
This was the original plan, but it just wasn't long enough.
So we're going to have to still lift that up about 3 feet up off of the ground.
Kind of like this. You're going to have to at least be able to pin it under a tire to get it straight and out.
And then put it up on a log still.
And strap it with a ratchet strap. A couple of them.
This is how you have to do it when you get old and weak.
What? Speak for yourself. No,
I'm speaking for myself.
I built pole barns. You're walking right underneath this. And it was
Okay, take 2. We're going to use this aluminum rod.
which is what I planned before. It just wasn't long enough.
Yes, so we've had to make some adjustments.
Yeah, it's a lot lighter to lift. I mean, geez. Solid wet wood was ridiculous. Got it. I got it. A whole lot easier than that log.
Oh.
Okay, which direction?
Okay, this is a hokey setup, but it's only meant to last for a week until the pole to the RV carport gets here. So it's up in the air about 26 feet because the instructions say that that antenna has to be a minimum of 22 feet higher than the booster or receiver. So this has cable that comes down to the booster, which is then plugged in to an antenna, which is then plugged in to the booster thing, which is then plugged into an inverter, because we want to see if we can make this run on solar.
Yep, it's 800 water.
So, oh yeah, forgot. Wait, turn that off. I want to see how many bars we have before we make it run.
Yeah.
Okay, so
1 bar.
okay. There, I got it to focus. So 1 bar. Okay, go ahead and turn it on. Let's see. Ooh, 2 bars. 4 bars.
Instant. That went pretty quick.
What?
Is it actually?
Whoops, I just lost focus. Oh yeah, look at that. It's working. Woohoo!
4 bars?
Yeah.
We got 4 bars. Yay!
Right on.
Here, let me see how fast YouTube kicks on that.